China's automobile industry has reached an unimaginable level of development today. Not only would foreigners find it hard to believe, even ordinary Chinese folks need to see the numbers to trust it because the reality is vastly different from what they might expect. In 2021, China produced and sold over 26 million cars, making it the world's top producer, nearly double the second-place United States, and roughly 6 times more than the third-place Japan. Back in 2005, China's production and sales were just above 6.07 million vehicles, barely surpassing Japan and lagging far behind the United States. In other words, in a span of 16 years, China's automobile industry expanded by 4.5 times, becoming the largest automotive powerhouse globally. In this video, we'll delve into China's realm of new energy electric vehicles and discuss the following topics: the uniqueness of the automobile industry, new energy electric vehicles, why China's sudden rise in new energy electric vehicles, the future of new energy electric vehicles. The automobile industry is exceptional, standing out as the most unique within all manufacturing sectors. Every automotive powerhouse has always been an industrial powerhouse, invariably belonging to developed nations. History has never seen an exception. That's because making cars is incredibly challenging. On average, a car sells for around 100,000 RMB, yet it comprises tens of thousands of components, designed to last for over 10 years. This implies that automakers must craft something with a guarantee of high reliability for their tens of thousands of components over a decade, all while using parts that cost just a few RMB each on average. Aircraft can achieve this reliability or even higher, but car companies push their costs to an extreme that aircraft companies wouldn't dare to imagine. Achieving such low prices is reliant on massively scaled production. Aircraft companies produce a few hundred units annually, while car companies reach several million units per year. This marks the largest scale mechanical production in human history, yet in the fierce market competition, the profit margin is only a few percent. This pressure has compelled the birth of the most advanced manufacturing management system and cost control framework in the automotive industry. Since its inception, the automotive industry has consistently led the way in creating the most advanced management systems within human manufacturing. To control costs, most manufacturers along the entire automotive supply chain operate locally. This strategy aims to minimize the use of funds tied up in inventory and increase turnover rates. With just a few percent of profit margins, transport costs, whether taking a dozen days here or there, can consume the profits through capital expenses. The tens of thousands of components in an automobile involve nearly every manufacturing sector, including metal, rubber, chemicals, textiles, and machinery industries. Its impact on the national economy is roughly a 1-to-7 ratio. The 3 largest industries globally are real estate, mobile phones, and automobiles. However, while automobiles are not only vast in scale, they also wield significant indirect influence on the national economy, earning them the title of the crown jewel of human industry. Japan and Germany have automotive industries that serve as pillars of their respective economies, precisely due to this significant indirect influence. Presently, new energy electric vehicles are dominated only by China and the United States. Tesla from the US competes against a plethora of new players in China, leaving the once automotive powerhouses Germany and Japan lagging far behind, unable even to produce a single well-known new energy vehicle. Many now debate whether BYD might surpass Tesla, with some believing it's entirely plausible while others laugh it off. Tesla is undoubtedly strong, but in the first half of 2022, BYD's global sales were 640,000 units compared to Tesla's 560,000 units. There isn't a significant disparity between the two, and if this trend persists, BYD could entirely overtake. Moreover, the fact that such a debate exists itself marks a significant breakthrough. A decade ago, no one would even consider whether BYD could surpass Volkswagen and Toyota because there was simply no possibility. Today, Volkswagen and Toyota are no longer qualified to compete with BYD in the new energy vehicle field. Chinese car manufacturers solely set their sights on challenging Tesla. America leads, China competes, and other countries are left out. China and the US have monopolized the global new energy vehicle industry. Why have Chinese automobile brands suddenly become so strong? It's as if they've turned the tables overnight. What's up with Volkswagen and Toyota? Wasn't it supposed to be easy for them to produce electric cars? How come these two keep failing? For China's sudden rise, the foremost factor lies in the automotive industry's supply chain cultivated since allowing foreign car companies into China in 1984. Though joint ventures between local and foreign entities have dominated the car assembly plants for over 30 years, nearly all component suppliers are Chinese, strictly adhering to the requirements of foreign brands. Car brand creation has significant financial thresholds, but these component manufacturers don't face such high barriers. Amidst the fierce competition over these past 3 decades, some Chinese manufacturers have emerged, possessing world-class capabilities in producing components. While it might seem like they are assisting foreign companies, in terms of component quality, these manufacturers' products are on par with foreign originals. There's an astronomical difference in their manufacturing capabilities compared to 30 years ago. This developed component manufacturing capability first gave birth to CATL, a company specifically producing batteries for new energy electric vehicles. In the realm of power batteries, CATL dominates globally, holding 50% of the market share, making it the strongest battery manufacturer for humans at present. The breakthroughs in power battery technology have led to a significant increase in the range of new energy electric vehicles, triggering a surge in sales after surpassing the critical threshold. All components for new energy electric vehicles are domestically produced and far ahead of the world. This developed component manufacturing has laid the foundation for the rise of new energy vehicle brands. How much convenience did China's developed component manufacturers provide for the rise of new energy vehicle brands? Anything that Chinese suppliers cannot OEM, original equipment manufacturer, all parts can be OEM'd, and even entire vehicles can be OEM'd. This allowed Chinese new energy brands to gain cost advantages in mass production despite their low initial production volumes, swiftly overcoming the weak phase of new brands at their inception. Entire vehicles can be OEM'd? Apple's entire iPhone assembly is done in China. Why can't entire vehicles be assembled there? BYD was initially in the automotive manufacturing business and didn't need OEM, original equipment manufacturer, services. Most other manufacturers, however, relied heavily on OEM. In the past 30 years, though Chinese brands of fuel-powered cars didn't rise significantly, production lines and workshops were established. Some excess production capacity naturally made it available for OEM services. Given that new energy electric vehicles are entirely new, except for Tesla, others lacked technological reserves. Everyone started from the same starting line. In 2010, China initiated massive subsidies for new energy electric vehicles. Early-stage research and development required substantial funding, which the government provided. The goal was for these companies to swiftly pass the initial phase, establish technological advantages, and become pioneers. Subsequently, several new energy vehicle manufacturers emerged in China. They successfully navigated through extensive technical testing phases, establishing noticeable technological advantages in component system integration and software control. In the United States, it wasn't until 2021, under immense pressure from China's new energy electric vehicles, that Biden urgently initiated subsidies for American new energy electric vehicles 11 years later. If not for the pressure from Chinese vehicles, it's plausible that the US might have delayed subsidies by another 15 to 20 years to promote industry development. It wouldn't be surprising. The most significant industry subsidies are in China, and the largest sales market is also in China. With 11 years of development time, how could China not prevail? During these 11 years, Chinese new energy vehicle manufacturers emerged from scratch and completed overtaking maneuvers. Japan's Toyota and Germany's Volkswagen have realized this, but they've become laggards in the new energy industry. The plight of the initial laggards, relentlessly catching up, continuously losing money without seeing profits, is reflected in their situation. Continuous integration testing is required. Continuous software development is needed. All cars produced during this process are essentially trash, unrecognized by consumers, incapable of bringing profits to the company. By the time the first round of R&D is complete, competitors might have launched the second or even third rounds, always a step ahead, causing perpetual losses, never making money. China's new energy electric vehicles have moved beyond dominating domestically and are now extensively exported. In 2021, China's automobile exports increased by 101.1% year-on-year, reaching a total of 2.01 million units, surpassing Germany to become the world's second-largest automobile exporter. By the first 9 months of 2022, China had already exported 2.117 million vehicles, a 55.5% year-on-year increase. In 2023, China surpassed Japan, becoming the world's largest automobile exporter, while in the preceding 10 years before 2020, China's automobile exports remained stagnant. Automobiles are not everyday commodities. Their explosive growth in exports is unrelated to the pandemic. It's linked to China's robust cost-effectiveness in new energy electric vehicles, recognized by foreign consumers. The success of new energy electric vehicles, achieving terror-inducing sales doubling annually, isn't solely based on fuel efficiency and environmental friendliness. In today's China, electric vehicle showrooms are ubiquitous, everywhere you look. It's suggested that when passing by, one might step inside, even without intending to purchase. Inquire about prices, experience the interior design and software, or even step on the accelerator to feel that push. Then you'll understand why this product was able to double its annual sales in 2021 and maintain its surging growth momentum. But this isn't the end. The ongoing technological revolution in new energy electric vehicles sees significant performance breakthroughs each year while reducing costs annually. Meanwhile, fuel-powered cars remain stagnant. Without environmental protection policies, if all protection is lifted, fuel-powered cars will undoubtedly be replaced by electric vehicles. This is the power of technological revolution. In this round of automotive technological revolution, China not only secured its entry ticket but also emerged as a leading player. This is the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment. We genuinely appreciate your support.